My name is Kevin TCG, and how many card sleeves is too much card sleeves? When should I sleeve my cards for collecting or playing? Why do I have so many card sleeves? I have at least 14 packs of sleeves in my arms. I have a literal drawer full of sleeves off camera. We'll go over why you may or may not need these sleeves for your playing or collecting activities. Number 1, do you need sleeves for your Pokemon deck? Yes, for the most part, yes and no. What types of sleeves should I buy for, playing and collecting? There's quite a bit. There's like penny sleeves, Pokemon collection sleeves, Dragon Shield, katanas, you name it. And then out of those sleeves, what is the best type of sleeve out there? Again, something from Pokemon? Maybe Dragon Shield, katana, off-brand? Next up is double sleeving. Can I? Should you? Should I? I don't know. Can you? And then should I sleeve my cards in a binder? We'll go over all of those tips and more in this next segment. So let's go ahead and get started with number 1. I guess you should probably put this down for the explanation. And as I'm putting these away, at any point during the video, if you find that you enjoy this content, please leave a like, as it greatly helps this channel out. Number 1. So if I'm playing, do I need to sleeve my cards for like tournaments and stuff? For the most part, yes. It's actually highly encouraged. So for what I mean by mostly yes, for like tournaments, your local tournaments, even regionals, or even like league challenges and cups, they generally want you to have sleeves. Not only does it protect your card, it also, really, I guess that's number 1, it protects your card. Having sleeves help prevent your opponent from basically, or yourself from basically recognizing the back of your card. So if you have, okay, so take these 2 Pokemon cards, for example. These are 2 energies. We have Metal, aka Steel, and then Dark. So from the get-go, you're really not able to tell the difference on the backings of it, unless like you're a real card critique, like, oh, the centering is like 50% off or whatever. Even then, that's still a key indicator. If you're able to tell the difference between the back of these cards, you most likely know what the card is. And that may or may not help you in your Pokemon deck building process. Like, you know what card is coming up. It's called marking, like marking or tracking, but marking your cards is a very real thing and a very real concern. Marking is basically cheating. So I have these 2 cards right here, and this is the dark, that's the darkness energy card. And I'm just gonna go ahead and mark the back of it very subtly with this very fine point Sharpie. Right there. Did that show up? My camera might be too bright. You see it? Right there in that edge, that corner. So if I'm looking at my board and I'm looking at my prize cards, and out of those 6 prize cards, I need a dark energy and I knock someone out and I need a dark energy for my next turn, I'm gonna be looking for that symbol right there, that Sharpie mark right there. Necessarily doesn't have to be a Sharpie mark. It could be like a cut. The card could be a little scratched up on the back. Could have some other indication that this card is the dark energy card that I need. And this one's just some other random card I'm taking a chance on. It's a very real thing. It's a very real cheating strategy, unfortunately. With card sleeves, it's supposed to prevent you or your opponent from seeing the back of the card, for the most part. We'll get into details. So by using card sleeves, this is from Ascended Heroes, it's uniformity. All the sleeves are cut the same, they're all supposed to look the same, and the whole point of them is you can't really see through the back of them. I know certain colors of katanas or dragon shields are an exception. Again, hold on, we'll hold for that comment. But the point of these card sleeves is to basically prevent marking. Now, when you are playing tournaments, if your card sleeves do get beat up, that is technically a form of marking. The corners right here, the edges might get bent, or there might be a crease a certain way on the back of the card sleeve, so you might have to change it out. But that's something that's easily fixable with card sleeves, whereas with Pokemon cards, you'd have to replace the whole card. But if you're doing like a build-in battle, where you literally build a 40 card deck, there's no stake in it. It's very low level, and most people, not most people, a good chunk of people don't bring card sleeves to these things. It's a normal thing. You don't need card sleeves for building battles, but if you're going to play your local tournaments, depending how big it is, but for the most part, most tournaments and lots of official league sanctioned tournaments, they want to see you having card sleeves. And one more thing, when it comes to tournaments and card sleeves, or playing in card sleeves, make sure the card sleeves are all one pattern, just so it's easily swappable out. And then whenever, like I mentioned before, you see any damage on the corners or in the middle, like any creases or folds, you do have to swap that card out, or card sleeve out. So number 2, what types of sleeves should I use? So we're gonna go over the playing aspect and the collecting aspect. And since I just got off this playing tangent, let's continue that. So for playing, you got lots of choices. You've got your official Pokemon card sleeves. These are typically found in Pokemon collection boxes and Elite Trainer boxes. These are from Elite Trainer boxes, the Sentinels ones. My drawer is actually full of Elite Trainer box card sleeves. I use those for playing. Lots of people like to use simple, opaque uniform color cards from Katana, Dragon Shield, other well-known brands, even Ultra Pro. Ultra Pro has, Pokeball patterns, solid color backings. As long as it's either Pokemon card themed or solid color, it's good to go. If it's Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, One Piece, Gundam on your Pokemon cards, that's a no-go. Now, as for preference, we will go over that in the next section of the video. So for collecting anything I mentioned beforehand, Pokemon card sleeves, official Pokemon card sleeves, Dragon Shield, you could do penny sleeves. Penny sleeves are completely fine. That's for your collection. You want to protect your cards, use literally whatever you can get your hands on. Uniformity doesn't matter, it's your own collection. You collect how you want, you display cards how you want. There is no one sleeve is the best, but I will say sleeves like the ones from Pokemon Collection, or even like other popular trading card sleeves, that's hard for me to say for some reason, tend to be a little more thicker and durable than penny sleeves. Let me show you, for example. Ooh, at this cornering right here, it's pretty taut. As penny sleeves, they might be a little flimsy, so you get a lot of protection from these card sleeves. And one thing I forgot to mention, when you are playing with sleeves, typically it's supposed to be easier to shuffle. So this is a full deck of, half a deck of cards, and what a lot of people do, they usually go corners in first into the deck, and they angle it and then shuffle it in together. It's a lot easier to shuffle cards together, and you are opening the card to card sleeves to fray on the corners easier, but it does allow for easier shuffling. So if you're playing, that's a good reason why to invest in good card sleeves. But also, when you're collecting, sleeves from the Pokemon company itself aren't too bad, at least from my experience. All right, number 3, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. So what card sleeve is the best card sleeve for my Pokemon cards to be sleeved in? Lots of people fight me on this. They will fight me on this. My friends and my competitors fight me on this, but it's a normal thing. Everyone actually does it. Pokemon card sleeves, specifically the ones from Elite Trainer boxes, those are really the only card sleeves I use, mainly because I accumulate so much of them. It's just a waste to not use them. I don't really sleeve my cards for my collection too much unless it's a higher value. So I have a ton of card sleeves just sitting here, and I play the game, so I'm gonna use them for play, right? So whenever I do my local tourneys, I'm rocking like Surging Sparks, Black Bolt, a little bit of 151. I have a lot of card sleeves, and I'm never gonna stop using them. Now, I will say with these Pokemon Elite Trainer Box card sleeves, there's a bit of a downside. The first thing is the durability. Now if you're like a rough shuffler or someone who likes fluidity in your shuffling, these card sleeves are not it for you. They are serviceable. They are serviceable. Don't get me wrong, but they are not it for you if you are into being one with the Zen and shuffling. These cards are a little rough around the edges to smoothly bring together once you're corner shuffling them in with each other. And they tend to fray a lot easier than other card sleeves, especially those popular card sleeves you see on the market. I usually run them into the ground until they're ready to be swapped out, and then I swap them in for newer Pokemon card sleeves. I have a lot, so until I run out, I'm not going to buy any new ones. Whatever I get from Elite Trainer boxes, they're going into my rotation. However, I will say, card sleeves from the Pokemon Center itself are great. I got these cool Baxcalibur line. I think I got these for Portland Regionals for my Raging Bolt deck. This is very nice. It's very nice. So the great thing about the Pokemon Center card sleeves in comparison to the Pokemon Elite Trainer box card sleeves, let me pull up an example. For example, Ascended Heroes, the Elite Trainer box sleeves. The front cover, for some of them, it's a little matted. And for some of the recent ones, it's still mostly clear, but it does dull the hollow effect. Whereas in the Pokemon Center card sleeves, they have they typically have a clearer front, so the hollow effect does pop in a little more. I also do have these card sleeves from Japan, the Pokemon Center Japan, and they show up really nicely. The holographic stuff, really nicely in the front. So both Pokemon Centers in Japan and here in the Americas, probably Europe too, the shuffling for the card sleeves is a lot easier than the Pokemon Elite Trainer box sleeves. So if you want something that looks good and is easily shuffleable, Pokemon Center. If you don't really care, Elite Trainer box is okay. And you know, especially if you're starting out playing the TCG and you know you're not going to be good, or if you're confident you're going to be good, you don't need to invest in sleeves immediately unless you're playing every single day or at least twice a week at your locals. Pokemon Center sleeves are fine. Now let's talk about the two big card sleeve brands I've been mentioning, Dragon Shield and Katanas. And the reason why I mention these two brands is that they're very popular in the shop I play at. The shop sells them, and lots of players use them. And the main purpose of them is, again, their durability and their shuffleability. It's, you know, a preference of either or with some of these sleeves. Some people like the feel of Dragon Shields over Katanas or vice versa. It's a personal preference. They cost just about the same. Now, there is a little bit of a problem with certain colors of card sleeves from third-party manufacturers. You can see the backing of the Pokemon cards. It really depends on the color. If it's typically a lighter color where the pastel isn't deep enough or thick enough per se, the blue will bleed through, which isn't a problem for the most part, but it shouldn't show up. It shouldn't be that visible. And I've seen some card sleeves where the blue's pretty visible. So if you are looking into Dragon Shields or Katanas, just look up what type of colors are best suited for Pokemon cards. Sometimes for like, you know, Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, it's not really a problem, but for Pokemon, these deep blues might show up behind that pink pastel. And the reason why it might show up is because those card sleeves are lightweight and easily shuffleable, but they're also super durable. So they got a little combination of all good three things, but you're still able to see the backings of the card. And if you don't want to see that, get a reliable color for those sleeves. And if for some reason online research really isn't working for you, or you're not confident in some people's answers, ask around your local shop or see what people are playing in tournaments. Number 3, can I double sleeve? Yeah, I mean, no one's gonna stop you. What would you double sleeve? You're probably thinking double sleeving, or I guess, no, hold on. What is double sleeving? So double sleeving is the act when you sleeve one Pokemon card once, and then you get a clear outer sleeve to place around your sleeve. This would give ultimate protection for your card. That's what most people would think, right? But there's a little more to that. I have a great example of why you might want to double sleeve things. Anaheim 2025, I got these Pokemon Worlds sleeves from the Pokemon Center pop-up at Pokemon Worlds in Anaheim in 2025. I did not know how to piece those words together. I bought 2 of these. Should have bought more. I think there was a limit of 5, and I thought it was a limit of 1 per visit, so I got 2 total. I should have bought like 10 of them. I haven't used these, but what people typically do double sleeving is you double sleeve to not only protect the card, but to protect your very nice sleeves. These are premium. These are nice. They are hard to get. They are pricey. So if you want to protect your sleeves for the long run, and you only have a very limited pair or just 1 pair, double sleeve it. I have friends, I've seen competitors do it, and their deck just looks a little taller than a normal one would. It looks like twice as tall. It's kind of silly. And your deck box, your standard deck box, probably won't fit it. So you might need to like size up a deck box if you already don't have a deep enough one. But yeah, double sleeving, completely fine. People won't roast you for it if you care about that. They shouldn't roast you for it. I won't roast you for it. Double sleeving's fine. It's just a lot more work. You have to... Sleeving 60 cards in a deck is already much, so I'm not going to do that. Now, if you're sleeving for your personal collection, that's fine too. You know, at that point, look into like top loaders, shield guards. I think I forgot to mention that in my last segment. The types of sleeves you should get. There's also top guards or top loading sleeves, card guards. Those things are another layer to basically double sleeve. It's basically a form of double sleeving now that I think about it. Because you got your top loaders, you sleeve it up in typically a penny sleeve or a random sleeve into that thicker plastic, and then you're good to go. If you have a top loading binder, that's pretty cool. It's a little excessive, but they exist. If you have high value cards, I understand wanting to do top loaders, but like if you're doing a clear sleeve over a regular sleeve, that's fine too. But if you're doing it for your personal collection, look into top loaders, or you know, keep it in your binder. And then this brings up the last point: should I sleeve my cards in my binder? Which I just said earlier. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, no problem with that. There's not too much thought on this. I did make a video about trade binder tips, and I went over this similar tip previously in that video. So if you're building a trade binder, make sure to check that video out. But overall, there's no general right or wrong answer on all of these answers, or all these topics per se, and this one especially. If you have a higher value card and you want to protect it, sleeve it and put it in your binder. That's what I do. I don't sleeve all of my pulls. The reason why? I feel like I don't need to. That's it. I don't need a reason why to. If I do pull like a $200 card, I'm gonna sleeve it. But that's about it. That's all I have. And that's all of the tips I have for card sleeves and card sleeves in general. If you have any more tips or want to start anything card sleeve related, let me know in the comments down below. Let's get a discussion going. Let's help improve and drive this community. Card sleeves are a fickle but not fickle topic. It's a matter of, do you have the right ones? And that's it. Being the right one is subjective. Just don't use penny sleeves when you're playing. That's all I ask for. You can double sleeve. You can't double sleeve a penny sleeve. I don't think that's right. Anyways, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content in the future. And with that being said, my name is Kevin TCG, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.